Part 14 Sounds. The airy quiet doesn't last. Before long, the squeals and shrieks and brays and squawks of the animal kingdom crowd the air. Terror, confusion, pain. From far off comes the wailing of sirens, car alarms blare from the parking lot. Now and then, people shout. Cries for help translate into any language, human or animal, fish or fowl. Never want to hear those again. Never. Ever. Smells. And the smells, like I said, feelings have a scent. I figured I'd smell pretty much everything there was to inhale in this big old world. But the smell of sheer terror, of helplessness, of blood, of broken bones, of torn wings. Well, turns out there are a whole lot of smells I've never encountered. Didn't know how lucky I've been. Surveying the damage. I pick up my way past the devastation. The tornado has left a random path of misery. The aviary is gone, simply gone. The kids' farm nearby, untouched, although there are some very flustered chicken clucking like all get out from the safety of their henhouse. I see few people, hopefully a lot of potential visitors, were scared off by the threatening weather. It looks like some of the animals listened to their early warning systems, those little voices inside telling them something bad was coming their way. Quite a few seem to have taken cover before the brunt of the storm. Wish I'd pay more attention to my own internal weatherman. I passed the penguin viewing window, the one that allows visitors to watch their graceful swimming. Several penguins are underwater, swooping and swiveling. Joe, Jim, I call, and they both swim over. Bert okay? I ask. Baby Bert pops his little head out of the water. Hey, Bob, did you know we're having a storm? Yep, I noticed. All good here, Bob, Joe says. You? Yep, took a little fight, though. Daddy, says Bert, can I fly? In the air? Nope, says Joe. You fly underwater. You're a penguin. Bob flew, and he's a dog. Bob is a very special dog, says Joe, and he gives me a look, a grown up, just between us look, that says, we're all right, but what about the others? Baby Sloth. I say goodbye to the penguins and continue on my way. So much has simply vanished walls, fences, barriers, netting. The orderly world of the park, with its careful line defining territory, isn't so defined anymore. Many of the habitats are still entirely intact, but not all. What will this place be without fences and walls? You didn't need to watch the Nature Channel to know that certain animals likes to eat certain other animals. I passed two squirrel monkeys swinging happily from the children's carousel. A pelican watches from the perch on a popcorn stand. I see a camel and a zebra together, looking stunned to be standing side by side. I notice a red lemur, Merlin, on a picnic table. Lemur eyes are always big, if you ask me, but Merlin's eyes look like they're about to pop right out of his head. I make my way through splintered wood and glass shards and approach the gift shop. It's roofless. Stuffed toy animals are scattered here and there, like they try to make a break for it. And I Love You Koala t shirt dangles from a tree branch. Around a corner, I see a baby sloth, Sylvia, I think her name is. She's resting on a muddy plush giraffe. Hey there, I say. She makes a tiny noise. A sloth sob. I guess it is. Let's find your mom and dad. I'm not one for hugging and licking and such, but I give her a little nudge with my nose. Sylvia somehow manages to grab the giraffe, then look up at me like she expects to hitch a ride. How the heck do you pick up a baby sloth? It's not exactly part of my job description, and sloths are so, you know, slothy. Carefully, I picked her up by her scruff, the way you do with a puppy. She puts that silly toy in her mouth, and off we go. Takes a few minutes, but I find her mom, Silma. I deposit Sylvia on the patch of wet grass. How can I thank you? Selma cries. No biggie, I say, and I head on. with fear in my belly and the odd taste of sloth fur in my mouth. Make no sudden moves. I've ridden around the grounds of the park in Julia's backpack enough to know every inch of the place. I've even chatted with many of the residents, but not now everything is topsy turvy. I keep finding myself in places I don't want to be, like the wolf exhibit. Near the entrance, a sign lies crushed on the ground. It has a picture of a gray wolf with an arrow pointing one way and another arrow with an emperor penguin on it. To my right, I see a piece of hay stuck deep in a tree trunk like a pencil in a cupcake. To my left, water gushes from a pathside ditch, a broken pipe. The boiling sky has settled into a solid blanket of gray, and the rain's quieted to a steady drizzle. Still, I smell more bad weather, menacing in the distance. Tossed into a bush is a large informational display with a photo of two gray wolves. I don't see any fence or barrier or intact wall. And it dawns on me that grumpy wolves and tiny dogs might not make the best of pals, especially under these trying circumstances. Just as I start to leave, a wolf on the sign seems to move, to blink. Oh, he isn't part of the sign. He's next to the sign. It's Kimu. Hey, I say. No answer. Something tells me I should hightail it out of there. Something else is saying, make no sudden moves. I hate it when my brain disagrees with itself. I split the difference, crouching meekly, doing the whole submissive dog thing. Kimu locks his gaze on me. I try not to make direct eye contact. A lot of animals find that threatening, but his eyes are mesmerizing, glowing amber, and way too smart. He moves again. Two paws appear. Big paws. Nothing like my feeble, shrimpy feet. These paws are the size of a hamburger buns. Hamburger buns with lethal claw.